We will proceed though, and we will see. What will we see? I'll tell you what. Probably a Claire de Lune? Early arena events, huh? Okay. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toonlink. Dave Anomaly, the Anomalicars few. Know me as the man who's ready to get this OC season on the roll. But to most, I am the United States Savior. Welcome back to another phenomenal, fantastic episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And ladies and gentlemen, with this, OC entries are now open for the Hunger Games Season 11 OC action. In the description, more than likely in the live chat as well. Wait, no, is this a live chat? I don't think this one's live. This one's not live, is it? No, it's not. But it is a double header. That's what I'm thinking about. It is the first ever double header episode. We will have singles OC Agent of Chaos match, followed immediately by the tag team OC Agent of Chaos match, and I am excited for it. And you guys know that Agents of Chaos will be a little bit more powerful this season. They're getting a little extra perk there. Not a little extra perk, but I guess they keep their perk rather. Are you excited for this? I hope so. If you haven't heard, Agents of Chaos win that week. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much for OC, since the wheel number doesn't change. In regular action, OC wheel, it goes up and up and up and up and up until it hits, and usually that's just the cutoff point. We don't see any more. This season, instead, it'll go all the way back down to 5%, and it'll keep rolling again, and it'll keep rolling again. I'm excited to see what happens. It was suggested, and this is weird because I know that I'm like basically re-explaining it, but this is actually the first time I'm explaining it. This is the first Agent of Chaos match that I'm actually recording. Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, you know, let's record it out of order. And I'm excited for the OCs, and I'm excited to announce that OC action is coming forth. OC entries are now open, so make sure to enter them. They are in the comments, they are live. They are in the description as well, they are live. Get ready, OC action should be phenomenal, absolutely glorious this season. But that's the future. The now is we need to name a singles OC Agent of Chaos. And they will be coming and gunning for Wendy Harper. I'm excited. Let's go ahead. First of all, let's introduce everyone who's here. This is every OC who's here who's not already on the Season 11 premiere for OC singles action. We got from the first episode in Season 10 for OC action, we have Sun Risen, Aika, Vinny, Kono, the Coder, Miles, Aya, Raimi, Monalise, Lux, Inari, Eri, June, Tigra, Hera, Xiaomu, Dakota, Nunzio, David, Kiyomi, Chiri, I don't know, I was about to say your entire name, and Squid. But then we see singles week 2, and we see Kenta, Suzui, Izumi, Koemi, Fails, Tobin, Satsushi, Harker, Ringo, Kazuo, Momo, Koharu, Toasty, Kiyoshi, Wendy, Auntie Izuru, and Reika. And the top 12 of these competitors, excluding Wendy, will go on to that Season 11 premiere to fight for Wendy's championship. Wendy is here for the very special now champion perk. They will be featured in Agent of Chaos action, and since Agent of Chaos will keep their perk and can potentially make the champion defend and defend, I had to give the champions a perk to counteract that. If they somehow, some way come out on top, if they win the Agent of Chaos match, the person in second will become the new Agent of Chaos, but the champion will have the rare opportunity, a 50-50 shot at blocking Chaos Reigning anytime that wheel hits. If it is blocked, it still goes all the way back down to 5%. In regular action. For this action, if it blocks, it's still staying at a little bit more than... I haven't quite decided. In fact, I guess we should hit the Agent of Chaos music. I'm gonna decide right here, right now. If we think about it, there are only 3 opportunities for Chaos to reign in singles action, and 3 opportunities for it to reign in tag team action, so I believe that we should set it to probably a 1 in 3 chance, correct? Correct. So every single time the Agent of Chaos shows up, they will have a 1 in 3 chance, 33% chance to cause chaos to reign. That means they will force the current champion to defend their title, and everyone in that episode will have that title shot. That is what's going on. That is Agent of Chaos action for this season. For tag teams, we are bumping it up to 33% chance. I hope you guys are excited for it. What happens if it hits in the free-for-all? I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see for that. However, I actually know what's gonna happen. I know how that's gonna work. I'm just not explaining it yet. I'm saving that for my back pocket. However, that's the general gist of Agent of Chaos action. This person will be in every single episode. The singles one will be in every single singles episode, and the tag team Agent of Chaos, or the tag team Agents of Chaos, will be in every single tag team episode, but we will get to that very shortly. First and foremost, how you guys doing? We have to make some picks, so let's get on with the pick making. All of these OCs, 12 of them will go on, excluding Wendy. Wendy's just here to ensure that she has a little bit of extra perk to potentially block any chaos happening otherwise. Well, Wendy also kind of has to, and this is interesting. This is interesting in the fact that Wendy can still pass this perk on. This is just the championship perk. She's not just doing it for herself, she's doing it for every champion or the champion this season. When she defends rather, she might lose, but that championship perk will still stay. This is in the name of the championship will they have this perk. That is what Wendy's fighting for. She's fighting for the champion, and more specifically fighting for herself, because if she wins today, and she wins in the premieres, she's still holding on to that title. She's still a true champion. However, make those picks first, second, and third in the comments below. I will make them too, if I had to pick. Agent of Chaos action. Did I say I was gonna jinx anybody specifically? I don't think I did. Give me Miles for first. I like the swoop on the hair. I love the swoop. Give me Dakota and the Coder. I'm doubling down on the Dakotas. That's what I'm doing today. And you know what I was thinking, since this is a double header, and since this is all about chaos, how about we have the least chaotic dice roll that we can possibly have? You know what I'm talking about. It's OC Agent of Chaos episode. Let's roll the least chaotic die. Pablo, it's good to see you. It is a fantastic time in the year of the Zenith. And I know that you're not going to give the good people a 1. They don't want to see a 1. They know what chaos unfolds with a 1. Don't tell me you've been hanging around Asmir, because if you roll a 1, I'm going to have to put Asmir in timeout, teaching all the bad things. Let's do two quick rolls, and we see. That's why we love Pablo. That's why we love Pablo. That's my baby. 5. A classic 5 times for Agent of Chaos action. We were simulating not just 1 time, not 2 times, not 3, and surely not 4 times. But for Agent of Chaos action, for everyone fighting for that championship opportunity, we resimulate. Doom, doom, doom. 5 times. Are you ready? Are you steady? Do you enjoy that spaghetti? Let's go on. Let's proceed. All of these competitors, 12 of them will go on. That is a hefty chunk of them, but some of them will have to perish to get on to that action. Let's see who they will be. Let's proceed. And more importantly, man, I am such a jinx. 2 of my picks are the first 2 people out. Hey, can we sound the horns? Thank you. Thank you. Love that I look down and see 2 of my picks. Hopefully the Coder is still alive, because that's my only hope at this point. Dakota is beaten to death by a chair. By Lux. Well, that's fine. I still have Miles in the Coder, right? Tobin runs away from the cornucopia. Miles is unable to convince Vinny not to kill him. Oh, well. That's 2 of my picks somehow miraculously gone. But, yeah, I still have a 3rd one, right? Momo finds a canteen full of water. Ayas sets off an explosive, killing Tigra, Inari, and Toasty. No. Oh, no. Aya, what are you doing? The comment section bet all of their Mana coins on Mona Lisa, so Mona Lisa, you better win. Izumi and Kono fight for a bag. Kono gives up and retreats. Raimi smashes Satsushi across the face with a brick, but Satsushi just shrugs off the blow. Nunzio's the elusive option 11. Anti-Azuru runs away from the cornucopia, as does David. Panth breaks June's nose for a basket of bread. That's a poor nose, but it's still okay. Kazuo grabs the shield leaning on the cornucopia. Dakota refuses to believe that any of this is real. Kyoshi is also the elusive option. How can you both be the elusive option 11? Is it truly that elusive? Kiyomi runs away from the cornucopia, as does Koharu, so does Thales, and the champion Wendy. Harker runs away from the cornucopia as well. Ringo runs as everyone's running off. As Hera enters the arena skydiving, unfortunately their parachute didn't open and Hera falls on top of Suzui, killing them both. You hate to see that. But Sun takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Squid runs away as well. Eri comes to the arena to capture Koemi, a dangerous killer that has escaped from an insane asylum. Reika grabs a backpack and goes, jumps in, Vamonos, but the backpack is actually empty. Aika finds a talking Komodo dragon inside of the cornucopia. The reptile says that it's Kenta. Asnir placed a curse on him, and the only way to break that curse is for Aika to kiss him. Aika reluctantly obliges, kissing Kenta, turning him back to normal. We will proceed. That was the bloodbath. There was plenty of blood, but we must get on to the next day as Thales. My man. Love him, love the colors, love the cape, and love that he wakes up and immediately has pancakes for breakfast, earning entry into that illustrious World Pancake Championship match. Dakota puts on cat ears on Aya. She's very embarrassed about this. David asks Monalise if Monalise likes boats, leading to Monalise going on a tirade about how much she loves boats. David kills Monalise as she's rambling. How could you? What did Monalise do to you? Vinny decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. You'll love to see that. Lux takes Kazuo to Suplex City. Lux is really embracing the wrestling. First he beats someone with a steel chair, now he's taking Kazuo to Suplex City. Kiyomi reminisces about Year of the Ascent. Koemi uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Satsushi, but the spell fails to work because there's nothing to suck out. I don't believe that. But Wendy confesses, the champion confesses how much she has come to hate Squid. Squid runs away crying, oh no. Ringo freaks out completely upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Aika, Izumi, and Panth get into a fight. Panth triumphantly kills the both of them. Anti-Azuru chops down a tree but falls onto Sun Risen, killing them. Rest in peace to Sun. A good run, but you hate to see it. Koharu is working on an ad that will appear in the next episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Kono's unknown sponsor is Asnir of the 39th Dimension. He's not even here, and he's still causing chaos. Nunzio has drip. June confesses how much he has come to hate Reika. Reika says how feelings mutual. Raimi, Harker, and Tobin hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. Well, I guess I'll show up, but don't care. Didn't ask. Plus ratio. Toodaloo. Eri finds Shuichi's hat, puts it on. Kiyoshi challenges Momo and Kenta to an anything goes pancake eating competition, but Momo eats the most pancakes and earns entry as well into that World Pancake Championship Invitational. Momo. You'll love to see that. I'm proud of you. We will proceed though, and we will see. What will we see? I'll tell you what. Probably a Claire de Lune? Early arena events, huh? Okay. It's time for musical chairs. As the music, what music are we gonna play for musical chairs, man? I don't know. It's just put the Invincible Rainbow Arrow on. That's coming up soon. As the music begins to play, steel chairs are placed all over the arena. Anyone who isn't on a chair when the music stops will be eliminated. Raimi simply sits on the ground and says, "The world is my chair." It's such a power move that she survives elimination. Kiyomi sits on an invisible chair. That posture, the crossed legs. It's so impressive. They survive elimination. Ringo sits on the ground and simply says, "The world is my chair." Such a power move, survives elimination. Reika does the same thing. Power move, survives elimination. Aya and June sit on the chair at the same time. Tobin hits Wendy with a chair, then sits down immediately afterwards, ensuring that the champ does not survive the event. Goodness gracious, Wendy's out of this one. Eri is about to sit down, but Squid swipes the chair from underneath. Eri sits down, leaving Eri to elimination. Facing elimination, Panth spots a chair at the bottom of a cliff. Panth jumps off the cliff but misses the chair. Yikes. David sits on Kiyoshi's lap. That doesn't count. David, you're out of here. Kiyoshi's not a chair. Get off the poor boy. Nunzio simply sits on the ground and says, "The world is my chair." Power move. We love to see that. Kazuo can't find a chair anywhere and is forced to face elimination. Koemi sits on an invisible chair. Nobody buys this though. The posture was terrible. Koemi, you're out of here. Lux spots a chair at the bottom of a cliff. Lux jumps off of the cliff but misses the chair. Yikes. Anti-Azuru can't find a chair anywhere, is forced to face elimination. Kenta hits Vinny with a chair, sits down on it immediately, ensuring Vinny does not survive the event. Harker finds a chair, sits down on it. Satsushi and Momo both spot a chair. They race to see who gets to the chair first. It was Satsushi, leaving Momo chairless. Fails. Can't find a chair anywhere, forced to face elimination. Kono spots the chair on the bottom of the cliff, jumps off, lands on the chair, and lives? Koharu sees this, tries to do the same thing, but misses. Yikes, Dakota finds a chair and sits on it. We lost quite a few more. 23 in total instead. And that does bode a Claire de Lune 4. Dakota, Miles, Tigra, Inari, Toasty, Hera, Suzui, Monalise, Aika, Izumi, Sun, Wendy, Eri, Pam, David, Kazuo, Koemi, Lux, Anti-Azuru, Vinny, Momo, Fails, Koharu. Well, rather unfortunate for a lot of our competitors, and I actually have no idea how many are left if we do that real quick. Just 15. Unfortunately, 3 of you will still not go on. 3 of you will perish and not go on. We still have Kono, the Coder, Aya, Raimi, June, Nunzio, Kiyomi, and Squid. Kenta, Tobin, Satsushi, Harker, Ringo, Kiyoshi, and Reika. That's 15. 3 will not go on to this championship match, but the other 12 will. Who's gonna fight that fight? But most importantly, the winner of today's episode, this first episode in this doubleheader, will be the singles Agent of Chaos. Are you ready to find out who that's gonna be? Let's take one step closer to that answer. Let's proceed. And as we do so, Night 1 begins with Reika finding Nunzio hiding, then comically slaps Nunzio. Kenta finds a Dark Deva in the arena, befriends it. Harker questions her sanity. Kiyomi goes to the Love Hotel with Satsushi under the cover of darkness. Dakota spies on Raimi. June tries to treat his infection. Ringo defeats Ai in a fight but spares her life. Kono exploits Kiyoshi's kindness, has him do very humiliating tasks for him. Tobin throws a knife into Squid's chest. Squid is out of here, unfortunately. That leaves us with 14. 2 more eliminations, and we will have our top 12. Let's go to the proceed. We will probably have the feast. Isn't it the feast? It's feast time. It is the feast, of course. The cornucopias are replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Tobin stabs Ringo while her back is turned. Rest in peace to Ringo. Reika decides not to attend the feast. Raimi decides not to go as well. Harker dies from an infection, and I believe that leaves us with our top 12. And when we get to our top 12, we see a couple more people perish as Kiyoshi, June, and Kiyomi get into a fight. Kiyoshi triumphantly kills the both of them. Rest in peace to June and Kiyoshi, but they both do go on to that championship fight. Dakota, Nunzio fight Aya and Kono. Aya and Kono actually survive, and that is my last pick out. But you went on to the championship, Dakota, so you know what? You'll love to see that. Kenta pushes Satsushi off of a cliff during a knife fight, and that leaves us with way less, and there's still a day to get through, and that day does involve at least 2 people perishing. Reika dies of dysentery. Kiyoshi forces Kono to kill Tobin or Raimi. He refuses to kill, so Kiyoshi kills him instead. Kono, you did a valiant thing, but you did indeed perish for it. May you have more luck in the championship match. Kenta tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds, and Aya drives up to Maki Donald's, wants to get an ice cream. Unfortunately, actually very fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky, how fortunate, how delightful. But not for our fallen tributes. We lost 10. 10 of our remaining 15? Are we in our final 5? Really? Are we skipping Samurai Woman? We skip it right now, but we still have another episode. Don't forget about that. It's a double header, especially after this Claire de Lune 4. Squid, Ringo, Harker, June, Kiyomi, Dakota, Nunzio, Satsushi, Reika, Kono. Are we at 5? We're at 5, aren't we? We're at 5. It's your final 5. One of them will be the brand new OC Agent of Chaos. However, to find that out, we gotta proceed, but not just yet. First and foremost, I think you might need some new picks. I think you might want some new picks. You had your picks at the start. If they were anything like my picks, they perished very early, except for Dakota, the Coder. Thank you. Thank you for at least getting into the top 12. Yeah, I gotta respect that, gotta appreciate that. But it's time for the final 5. It is time for you to make some new picks, and those picks are what we like to call your Saving Grace picks. Aya started this match off with a bang, has been relentless today. Will that relentlessness lead to becoming the Agent of Chaos, Raimi? Raimi has been here to show the world, has a fantastic cup in her hand, ready to be the sweetest Agent of Chaos there's ever been? Maybe. Perhaps. There's been some pretty sweet Agents of Chaos. There's been some pretty sweet ones. Kenta has finally found his stride in this series. Kenta has been left and right, usually getting eliminated early, but this time maybe Kenta's had enough of that. Maybe Kenta is ready to take this win, and on a very big stage, Tobin. With 3 KOs, Tobin, a newcomer. Will this be Tobin's time to shine? Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi, a very sad boy. But can that sadness turn into a little bit of chaotic nature? We'll have to wait and see. Those are your final 5. Make your picks first, second, and third. Make them comments. Reply to your comment. Comment on my comment. Make them known. Do what you have to do to make those saving grace picks yours for the taking. I will make mine as well. Give me Kenta for first. I got Kenta for first. No doubt in my mind. Kenta's got that fan. Kenta's got this in the bag. Give me Tobin for second. I've picked Tobin in the past. Tobin, it's your day. It is your time to make things the best that they can be. And Aya has had a dominant game, so I got Aya for third. Those are my 3 picks, first, second, and third, in that order. And you know what? It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Ladies and gentlemen, my picks are done. I know you have made yours. And without further ado, it is technically your final 5, which means we don't get a samurai woman. But we do know that Aya, Raimi, Kenta, Tobin, and Kiyoshi are all caught in what we like to call within our final 5 a crises of fate. Shall we? Let's do it. We will proceed, and we will see. Aya tucks Kenta into bed and gives him the goodnight kiss. That's just adorable. Where in the world is Tobin? Raimi drinks Kiyoshi's drink. I'm sorry, poisons Kiyoshi's drink. He drinks it and dies. Kiyoshi is out of here. You hate to see that, but we have to see what unfolds. That is just one person gone, 4 remain. And we're only at day 3. We're only at night 2 now, but day 3 begins with Kenta, Tobin, and Aya coming up with a complicated escape plan, and Raimi puts all of her faith into Atua. Nobody perishes, but we do have to hit a terrible, terrible turnaround. 4. Kiyoshi. You came, you saw, you almost conquered, but at the most you are in the championship episode, Kiyoshi. Maybe you can overcome then and there. We see everybody's status as though we are down to Aya, Raimi, Kenta, and Tobin. I already told you how this match is going to end. It's going to be Kenta, Tobin, Aya. Not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Raimi, I'm sorry, you're going to perish next. It's not my fault. It's just I'm done with the jinx. So since I'm done with the jinx, I'm deciding to be exactly right. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. And to prove that it's a spoiler, I'm going to tell you, it's not just a spoiler, it's fate. A crisis. A fate. Final 4. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's proceed as Raimi tries to treat her infection. Kenta puts his trust in Tobin, allows himself to fall backwards. Nothing. Tobin does nothing. Nothing at all. Watches them fall. How rude. In anyone else's hands, a microphone is just a microphone, but in Aya's hands, it's a pipe bomb. It doesn't go off though, and we still have all 4 competitors still in. Although we must continue, and we will see. Raimi thinks Avi has an addiction to getting new addictions. Impossible. Avi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Aya? Aya's got the cool. You know what? I like the cool. There's a very cool factor about Aya. And Aya could be a new Agent of Chaos. She's got a 50-50 shot, because Tobin wants me to give Saika a chance. Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha! No! Get out of here, Tobin. Even if you're my saving grace pick. Get out of here! You're ejected from the match. And a Monokuma unit corners and mauls Kenta. Okay, well, you know what? I said it was a guarantee. It was a fate. We'll proceed. We are down to Raimi and Aya after this terrible, terrible turnabout 4. Tobin. Kenta. It is Raimi. It is Aya. 2 people right next to each other. They've been supporting each other this entire game. And now it comes down to the 2 of them. In between the 2 of them, I have to ask you just one question. Just 2. Will it be Aya, Raimi? Aya is here to show that she is a true competitor. She is here to show that she has what it takes to target the champ to make this an exciting season. However, Raimi's trying to do the exact same thing. Raimi wants an opportunity to shine. Maybe cause a little bit of chaos, have a lot of fun along the way. Can she do it? Will it be Raimi? Or will it be Aya? Aya or Raimi? Two competitors, one agent of chaos, unless there's a tie, or unless nobody wins. What happens then? I'm not entirely sure, but I can tell you that between these two, between Aya, between Raimi, between Aya, one competitor or no competitors, or both competitors come out on top, and the answer that you have been waiting for, the result that you have been seeking, the agent of chaos will be...
Wow! If I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
It's happened again. It's happened again. Aya and Raimi decide to cause a truce. As I said, they have been side by side supporting each other this entire game. Right next to each other every time we come back to the Fallen Tribute screen. They look at each other and they say, hey, good luck out there. Hey, you're doing great out there. They've been supporting each other this entire time and decide to end this game on their own accord by having a showdown with me? I use everything in my power to ensure that this does not go down. However, it does indeed go down, and they survive, and they are declared your winners. The both of them. Not Aya or Raimi, but Aya and Raimi. We will proceed and make it official. Your winners. And we know what happens in this case as well. Which means the champion is in some real trouble this season. Your winners. They've watched, they saw, they've seen it happen in the past. And well, as they say, history repeats itself. There's been first ever co-agents of chaos. But I think it's time to say, well, potentially second ever, because I guess it could happen again, because I'm recording these out of order. I didn't think about that. Huh. Uh-oh. Potentially your second ever co-agents of chaos, potentially third, I'm not sure. They came, they saw, they stayed together, they worked together, and now they will reign chaos together. Your winners coming after the champion. Aya, Raimi, agents of chaos. Oh, yo, you know, it's no longer season 10. If this happened in season 10, they both would have perished. They both would have perished. And I would have been that guy. I would have been the one on top. I would have been like the one to be like, boom. However, Raimi saw that Aya had been jinxed and she was like, I don't want that for my partner, for my friend, and now for my co-agent of chaos. And so they share the title. Kenta 3rd, Tobin 4th, Kiyoshi 5th, Kono 6th, Reika 7th, Satsushi 8th, Nunzio 9th, Decoder 10th, Kiyomi 11th, and rounding off your top 12 is June, and those 12 will go on to the season 11 OC premiere. I'm looking at you, Aya. I'm looking at you, Raimi. I'm looking at you, Kenta. I'm looking at you, Tobin. I'm looking at you, Kiyoshi. I'm looking at you, Kono. I'm looking at you, Reika. I'm looking at you, Satsushi. I'm looking at you, Nunzio. Hey, the coder, I see ya. Kiyomi, you're in there. And rounding it all off, June. Could be your time to shine. That's your top 12. We will scroll down. We had a bunch of people just miss it. But more enough. Some of them, a lot of them probably will be back. I don't know who's going to come back and who's not going to come back, but I'm excited for the field of OCs that you guys are now currently entering. I know that for a fact. Thank you so much for watching, but we have to keep on going. I'm going to go through this not too fast, but I don't want to take up too much time because this is a double header. Immediately after I say, I'm going to say, send it off to tag team action, and then it'll be a good time. However, Dakota started this by perishing to Lux via steel chair, but it all ended with Raimi and Aya going after me? They got lucky it worked. They're lucky this isn't season 10. Maybe I just had mercy. Maybe I just had mercy on those OCs. Maybe. However, to say the least, they are co-agents of chaos. Not the first time it's happened, but it is probably the second time it happened. Probably. Congratulations to the two of them. They came out on top. They showed off. They showed up, and they won this whole shebang. I'm proud of them. Let's go on. Let's scroll down, and we will proceed once again. 5 KOs for Aya. Aya really did deserve it, but Raimi came through as well. Raimi came through as well. They are co-agents of chaos. Kiyoshi, 3. Tobin, 3. Hera, Kenta, Kono, Xiaomu all had 2. Everyone else 1 or less. And that's it. That's the show of shows. From Aya to June, they all go on to that season 11 premiere to fight for Wendy's Champion of Champions match. Unfortunately for Wendy, she didn't win, so the champion will not have, at least an OC, Agent of Chaos action, the block. They will not be able to block 1 Chaos reigning. That is unfortunate for the champion. They're just gonna have to defend. If and when it hits. That's a big if. That's a big if. It's likely that we'll still probably only have one of those wheels hits. However, if you guys get very fortunate, it's a chance. Every OC match could be for a championship. I don't know. It's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. But we will go back to the reaping. We'll look at all these fantastic OCs. That is the end of unfinished business. From singles action in season 10, we just have to crown a new champion, potentially at the start of season 11. Unless Wendy decides to be the first ever OC champion to retain that title. She's a very game competitor. Can she do it? We'll have to wait and see. However, that is the end of this episode, but let me tell you, don't go anywhere because it's a double header. Sending it over right now to Tag Team Agent of Chaos action. United States Aviator, take it away. Thank you, United States Aviator. I am the United States Aviator. Welcome to the double header. We have OC co-Agents of Chaos once again. Who would have thunk? But now we have to set the stage for the first ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. And that is about to unfold right now in the Danganronpa Hunger Games. The first ever, the inaugural OC Tag Team Champions are here to try and get themselves a perk to help defend against the Agents of Chaos. The first ever Tag Team Agents of Chaos that's about to unfold. Could they be the first champions to earn a block? We'll have to wait and see. But let's introduce everyone who's competing for Tag Team Agent of Chaos action right here, right now. Set the stage. Could not become Agents of Chaos, but they could earn themselves a block. Kanaki and Ashi. OC Tag Team Champions of the world. Chaotic Croissant Duo. We see Fifi and we see Oliver. Christmas Past. Infinity. Alex. Dazzling Stars, Daiki, Riko. Best for Business, Yoko, Shirosaba. Blood Red Roses, Rosaka, Yui. Heart Heist, Legault, and Kujo could become the first ever OC to be singles OC Agent of Chaos and Tag Team Agent of Chaos. Something that has only happened once in the series via Kotoko the Preseason Princess, Broken Arrow, Barth, along with Amber. Magpie Magic, Natasha, and Felix. Tragic Tale, Skyland, JFJ. Wilted Roses, Iris, Oni. Trick or Treat, Junpei, Katsumi. Architect, Eva, and Ari. Firewall, former champion Glitch, with Jason. Open Seas, Sayami, with Peggy, Captain Peggy. Catch 'em All, Murasaki, and Eric. Fighter Jet, Matthew, and Victoria. Figurine Fashion, Kitamura, Nico. Elite Idolist, Osamu, Michi, and Fortune of the Gods, Kyoto Zonokai, along with Shiori and One of these teams will become the first ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. I don't know who they're going to be, but I can't ask you first, second, and third. Who do you got? Remember, your top 6 teams will join Manga Section, Amped Up, Mind Games, Rap God, Helping Hand, and the OC Tag Team Champions set the stage in the Season 11 Tag Team Premiere. Hope you're ready for it. I'm excited. You better get excited. You better get excited. You better get excited. But to get there, we gotta name Agents of Chaos. In this doubleheader, we saw craziness, zaniness happen last time. What will unfold this time? I don't know, but I'm gonna make my picks. Give me the Chaotic Croissant Duo. You can't spell Agents of Chaos without the Chaotic Croissant Duo. It just fits. It's like their destiny. As we go down, I'm gonna take Tragic Tail for second. And lastly, give me Fighter Jet for third. Because, Fighter Jet, it's a very US aviator, Fighter Jet, learn to fly, all that good stuff. I'm taking Fighter Jet for third. Those are my picks for first, second, and third, and I know you guys have made yours as well. Are you ready? Are you steady? And have you enjoyed spaghetti recently? Because it is time to get this show on the road. It is time to name the inaugural OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos, and it's time to see who will finally fill out premiere action and end preseason on this day as we head on to the premiere starting this Thursday. Are you ready to see? Are you ready to see who comes out on top? I know you've made your picks. I know that you know that I've made mine. Let's go ahead. And let's see what unfolds. Remember, it's Orteal. Anything could happen. We're gonna scroll down. We got Tag Team Champions and we got Agents of Chaos to be named for the first time in OC Tag Team action. Let's go on. We'll start round 1 and let's proceed. We see a lot of orange on the get-go. And we see round 1. And you know what I don't see, but you know what I do hear? The horns. You hear them, right? There they are. Sound them horns, horn bearers. Sound them. Sound them horns. Thank you. Most excellent. Thank you, horn bearers, for kicking this off for the first time in OC Agent of Chaos tag team action. Let's go ahead and see that the champion, Kanaki, knows not of the horrors yet to come. Uh-oh. Nico attacks Yoko before Shiro Saba can react. There's nothing Shiro Saba can do. There is something that Shiro Saba can do, and that's carry on to the top 6 teams' spots. Rosaka won't give up so easily. Matthew attacks Kyoto, Zonokai, and Shiori from behind, getting rid of the both of them. Rest in peace, Amber. Spots something shiny in the distance. Peggy wonders about the future. Infinity isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Junpei challenges Sayami to a duel. Sayami bites the dust. Eva trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. The Akon see great potential in Yui and grant them a pyro vision. We're giving this murderous android access to fire. Look at what that does. Oni and Iris are just chilling in their tent, chilling in their camp. Yui immediately sees that they have this pyro vision and says, well, let's cause a little chaos. Burns them both. JFJ kills Osamu in front of Michi. Michi rushes to help, but Osamu dies in her arms. Natasha's cooking up a genius idea. Eric is ready to defend his friends. Glitch tries to kill Rosaka, but Blood Red Roses is on a roll, retaliates, kills him instead. Kujo doesn't care much for this place. Murasaki tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Ari picks up needing cooling in various places. Jason steals Murasaki's tank while she's asleep. Kitamura and Nico manage to sneak attack Alex, murdering him. Oliver spots something shiny in the distance. Skyland twitches uncontrollably. Barth hums a song to himself. Katsumi runs into a tree and gets a splinter. Ouch. Victoria trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Daiki finds a 1-up mushroom. He can give someone another chance at life. Will Daiki use that as like a security deposit? Just in case his teammate gets out or he gets out? Perhaps. Or, gosh, Yui, what are you doing? Felix doesn't really understand what's happening. Legault and Kujo sleep in their camp for the night. Yui uses the power of pyro to set their camp ablaze, burning them both. Goodness gracious, Shirosaba has a blank expression, seems unresponsive to what's going on. Michi just wants it to end already. Ashi just wants it to end already as well. Fifi wonders about the future, and Rico puts on a dapper suit. It's quite fetching. We lost 13, and Yui's on a roll. A terrifying, terrifying roll, as we had a Claire de Lune 4. Yoko, Kyoto Zonokai, Shiori, Sayami, Eva, Oni, Iris, Osamu, Glitch, Alex, Victoria, Legault, Kujo. Yui's dangerous, to say the least. However, there's still one-up mushroom already in play. That can be used on anyone. It's more likely to be used on a teammate, but if your team's not out, you might just pop it. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Any of these 13 could be brought back by that item. Any of these 13 could be brought back by another item. Or they might just not be brought back at all. We'll have to wait and see what unfolds. But to see what happens, we must proceed. 27 remain, 13 are gone, and this show continues as we click next round. Round 2 begins. Shirosaba snaps out of it. Infinity looks particularly erratic today. Michi just wants it to end already. Skyline steals Jason's tank while he's asleep. Ari doesn't really want to, but finds herself having a gear of Katsumi. JFJ somehow finds a suit fitted with medieval armor, puts it on and gleams with a dazzling shine. Ashi tries to kill JFJ, but the knight's armor diverts to low. Oliver picks up his neat and cooling in various places. Jason sobs quietly. Daiki and Rico sleep in their camp for the night, and Yui is... Why, Yui? How, Yui? Who gave Archons? Apparently you saw some incredible potential because she's burned 3 teams already. Rosaka sets down a trap. Fifi thinks about what she did up here. Felix finds a little bikini, puts on, it's quite revealing. The dead husks of Sayami rise with maggots. Kanaki gets caught in one of Rosaka's traps. All he can do is hope to be freed. Matthew finds a giant pencil. The power of creation flows through him, that OC specific item. Barth knows that if he doesn't do something, Yui is going to be the truest threat in this game. Attacks both Yui and Rosaka from behind, murdering, slaughtering the both of them. Kitamura tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. Murasaki finds a waffle. Natasha finds a rocket launcher. Amber finds a pitchfork, and Nico murders Felix before Natasha can react. There's nothing Natasha can do. Eric just wants to be helpful. Junpei wishes he could go home, and whoa, Peggy just found a laser gun. She starts swinging around, making pew pew sounds before she realizes she can just pull the trigger and make those sounds for real. We lost another 6. Another 6. 2 full teams. And then 2 other people have lost their teammates. It is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Katsumi, Daiki, Rico, Yui, Rosaka, Felix. Yui, the most dangerous player in this game. Out of here now. We have never seen the likes of that. The Pyro user literally coming at 3 complete teams and taking them out. RNG was in Yui's favor, but that leaves us with 21, slightly smaller than a standard sized game. I don't know who your first ever tag team Agents of Chaos will be. We'll take a peek at everybody who's left though, because I feel like that's not going to be for too much longer. Figurine Fashion still has both members, Kitamura and Nico. Fighter Jet still has Matthew. Best for Business still has Shirosaba. Blood Red Roses completely out, but Yui, goodness gracious, you monster. Set the stage, proving why they are champions, both still in. Peggy for Open Seas. Tragic Tales completely in as well. Jason for Firewall. Broken Arrows completely around. Magpie Magic still has Natasha. Ari for Architect. Trick or Treat still has Junpei. Chaotic Croissant Duos completely around. Christmas Past still has Infinity. Michi remains for the Elite Idolist, and Catch 'em All is still trying to catch 'em all completely in as well. We must proceed though. Because, wait, was this? I gotta hit it. There we go. It is time to see who will be the tag team Agents of Chaos for the first ever time. Let's click next round and get a little bit further. We see a lot of orange. Eric kind of wanders off, gets lost, never to be seen again. Something inside of Skyland snaps. Skyland is now frenzied. Ashi, the champion, ambushes Natasha, eviscerates her. Jason starts sobbing uncontrollably. Oliver has had enough. Oliver's now enraged. Oh no. Shirosaba found a dimensional scythe. Those are supposed to be collected at the end of season 4. Matthew draws a doodle of Monokuma. The symbol of despair shockingly comes to life. Oh, so that's the power of the pencil. Okay, that's dangerous. Fifi doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Jason. Jason is out of this one. Michi just wanted to end already. Peggy feels unstoppable with her laser gun. JFJ stares into the distance. Kitamura wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Junpei kills JFJ. The Knight's armor diverts the blow. Tries to, at least. Nico doesn't care much for this place. Kanaki pulls himself out of the trap. That is what champions do. Murasaki can't help but admire her own genius mind. Ashi wants to end things once and for all with Ari. Ashi actually bites the dust this time. Ari just took out a champion. And let's see. Infinity's bad brain saps her will to live. Barth finds some leather scraps. It's just enough to pull together some rudimentary clothing. It looks rather caveman-like. And Amber wonders how far she could throw her pitchfork. We lost another 4. 17 remain. One half of the champions is out. I think Firewall is out, and I think Magpie Magic is out. Eric still has Murasaki. Can Murasaki carry on for that team? I don't know, but it's a Claire de Lune 4. Eric, Natasha, Jason, Ashi. So much is unfolding right now. 17 people remain, a couple whole teams, but in an instant we can see that changes. We saw the Pyro Vision, we saw Yui be an unstoppable force, but was eventually stopped by Barth. 17 remain. It's not about getting to the top 10, it's about being in the top 6 teams, and that makes this all the more difficult. We must go on, we must proceed, and we will see who will become the first ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. But to get there, we must click next round. We must proceed to C. Barth steals my soundboard. How? It's right there. I even hit it to make sure it worked. Oliver grumbles angrily. Ari can't handle the circumstances after losing a teammate, becomes more cowardly. Skyland looks for his next victim. Kanaki wonders about the future. JFJ just twiddles his thumbs. Amber lobs her pitchfork at Shirosaba, killing her instantly. Rest in peace. I was gonna say that is the end of Best for Business, but as we know, technically the soundboard is a revival item. Junpei wants this to be over already, but don't forget Kitamura has found a seemingly official decree from a powerful Archon. Will he dare to hang it up? Michi snaps out of it. Matthew commands his Monokuma to attack Ari. Monokuma shockingly obeys, clawing Ari to pieces. Goodness gracious, he's drawn a Monokuma with a magic pencil, and it's working for him. Infinity longs for death. Fifi finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Nico tries to kill JFJ, but the Knight's armor, he knows that's the ultimate Hunger Games mentor. He knows that the Knight's armor is good work. Peggy somehow finds a suit of medieval armor. Peggy's taking notes from JFJ. Gleams of a dazzling shine. We lost another 2. Your final 15 are here, but it is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Shirosaba. Ari. And that leaves us with 15. 15 remain, 5 more into your save and grace books, but we still got a little ways to go until we come down to our final 6 teams. When will that be? I don't know. But I can't dilly and dally for too long. I gotta get you guys to a decisive winner. And to get there, we must proceed. Next round, we see. Oh, so much orange. So much orange. The Archons see great potential in Kanaki, grant him a Hydro Vision. JFJ kills Amber, but or tries to at least. Amber retaliates, kills him instead. Rest in peace to JFJ. Barth presses a button on my soundboard, and let me tell you, plays the secret achievement music? There's no secret achievements in OC Agent of Chaos Tag Team Action? What are you doing? I love the music though, so I'll let it slide. Murasaki throws a waffle at Nico like a shuriken. It kills him. Oliver saw something shiny in the distance. Kitamura comes up with a genius idea. Amber attempts to kill Oliver, but Fifi intervenes just in time. Fifi had to kill Amber to protect Oliver's life. Peggy then shoots several white-hot holes into Oliver's body using her laser gun. Apparently Oliver was just not going to live during this day. Junpei is sick and tired of all the animals causing havoc in this arena. Junpei picked up a net and a hat, and let me tell you, joined AV's animal control. I appreciate that, Junpei. I appreciate that. Fifi finds a plank of wood. Wait, no. That's a seesaw. In a fit of frenzy, Skyline creeps up on Matthew, snaps his neck. Infinity isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Matthew, she's gone. But Michi thinks about what she did to end up here. We're down to 10 competitors. I don't know if any complete teams are in right now. I don't think so anymore. I think it might be a free-for-all between 10 teams as we hit this final Claire de Lune 4. JFJ, Nico, Amber, Oliver, Matthew. 30 gone, 10 remain. And we check the details. How are your teams doing? How are your picks doing? I'm scrolling down and I'm seeing everyone's picks at least lost one person, I believe. Everybody's picks, every single person's picks for your teams has lost a stake. At least one. But that's okay. Do not fret, do not despair, because within your final 10, if your picks just aren't doing so well, you get another chance, you get another opportunity, you get to make some new picks, and those picks here are known as your Saving Grace picks. We still have the elite idolists. They love that ghost hunting. They love the occult. Michi is around to hang on for them. Broken Arrow, we see Barth has the soundboard. Could actually bring back Amber or anybody else in this game. Figurine Fashion still has Kitamura. Kitamura wants to come out on top for his team, for Nico. Best for Business is out, but set the stage. Kanaki could still come out on top and earn a block for defending the titles should they retain. It's just a championship perk for the titles. Could that set the stage for the rest of the season? I'm not entirely sure, but we must go on. We see Junpei still remaining for Trick or Treat, and Peggy for Open Seas. Will we see Fifi for the Chaotic Croissant Duo, or Murasaki for Catch 'em All? Tragic Tale? Could Skyland have been mentored properly by JFJ? Or did the spirit of Christmas infect the heart of Infinity? I'm not entirely certain. But what I can say with certainty is that we are at your final 10. Make those picks first, second, and third. I'm gonna make them too. Make them in the comments. Like your comment. Well, I guess you would have to edit your comment. Most definitely, or make a new comment, or reply to your own comment, because, well, it's a double header. I can't just be like, oh, you've already made your comments. You know what to do. Though you might not know what to do, figure out what to do. I believe in you. You're smart. You're smarter than you let on. You're smarter than you believe you are. I'm gonna make my picks though. I gotta take, I think I have to stick with Chaotic Croissant Duo for first. Give me Fifi for first. I want to believe in Christmas Past. Give me Infinity for Alexander Adams. And I'm gonna stick with Tragic Tale. Give me Skyland for JFJ. That is who I got. Those are my teams. Those are my picks. But as you know, my picks often don't do so well. Will any of my picks even make it to the top 6 teams? I don't know, but it's a battle between 10, and I can say with certainty that Michi, Barth, Kitamura, Kanaki, Junpei, Peggy, Fifi, Murasaki, Skyland, and Infinity are all still standing tall, hearts racing, beating the same pulse as that of yes, a samurai woman. 10 competitors, 10 teams. The next 4 who are out will perish for their team, but let's not forget, revivals could happen at any moment's notice. Next round, we see. Round 6 begins. Skyland, looking around maniacally seething. Michi wants us to be over already. Junpei is on the hunt for animals that need to be controlled. Kitamura tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Kanaki is being chased by Junpei, uses the power of Hydro to... Wait, actually, there's only 9 teams that can become Agents of Chaos right now. I didn't take that into account. Kanaki's just here to show off that title, to show off what it means to be a champion, and potentially earn a block. However, Kanaki can't get a second entry into the championship match, so it's technically 9 teams, and now 8 teams, unfortunately, because of Junpei perishing. Murasaki eats the waffle. Murasaki likes it. Barth is just like, what are you doing? Infinity steals Kitamura's tank while he is asleep, and that's going to be dangerous. Barth, wearing leather scraps, is excited to behold. Fifi looks really good in that bikini, and Peggy looks glorious in that knight's armor. We lost one. The Carver, the one wearing the pumpkin, an overall good boy. It's a Claire de terrible turnabout for Junpei. Once again, he's down, but technically not out. Revival items and a moment's notice could bring anybody back, and literally, if it's in like the final 5 and it's another team, That's just a free entry. Who would have thunk? It could all happen. But right now, it's still technically 8 teams that can make it. And 9 teams total. Still beating hard. Still going strong with the same fate. The same determination as that of a samurai woman, and Infinity's now the most dangerous player in the game because we know what that tank can do in the final few. We'll click next round, and we see that tank is now out. Infinity drives around the arena in her cool tank Michi, twiddles her thumbs. Oh, it's not out of play! Oh my gosh, Peggy! Kanaki entraps Barth and Infinity in a bubble of water until they both drown. Kitamura eats something he shouldn't have, dies of horrible stomach pains. I think... Yes. Yes. Fifi makes it for the Chaotic Croissant duo. And I think Kitamura makes it as well? For figurine fashion? 6 teams left. One of them is Kanaki. Kanaki can't make it, so there's 4 teams left. So the next 2 up, being Fifi and Kitamura, would both make it. So that is the case. We have our top 6 teams. However, this game is not over. Murasaki's still trying to build tanks out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. Peggy loots the tank off of the dead body of Infinity. There's now a tank in play, but you know what? Not enough people to really take advantage of that, is it? We lost another 4. It's really a terrible turnabout for 2 of them. But a not so terrible turnabout for the other 2. Regardless, terrible turnabout 4. Bartholomew. Infinity. Kitamura. Fifi. Kitamura and Fifi will bring their teammates, Nico and Oliver, onto that Season 11 Tag Team Premiere. Can they come out on top? I don't know. We still have 5 teams left. Infinity and Barth unfortunately did not make the cut. So close, but so far. It is still anybody's game, though, because it is Orteal and there are revivals, but when we talk about our final 5, we talk about Michi, we talk about Kanaki, we talk about Murasaki, we talk about Peggy, and we talk about Skyland. One team will be Agents of Chaos. But between those 5, Michi, Kanaki, who can't be Agent of Chaos, Skyland, Peggy, and Murasaki, it's a little bit of, crises, a little bit of some sort of crises, a little bit of kind of like a crises, crises of what? Within our final 5, yes, a crises of fate. Are you ready? First ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. Who will it be? Let's click next round. We will proceed. Murasaki has found that dimensional scythe could send everybody else to the despair dimension. Skyland's frenzy dies down. Kanaki uses the power of Hydro to spit out Michi's campfire and says next time, that'll be you. Michi's confused. Michi then finds a shiny red balloon and is like, oh, well, that's cool. Possible entity. It's a dangerous place for it, and Peggy feels unstoppable with her laser gun. It's still your final 5. Nobody's perished, but this next round I feel like there will be nobody again. Murasaki finds tactical combat gear. She's got the scythe and basically tactical combat gear. Goodness gracious, Peggy's watching blow off of that knight's armor. Skyland looks like he's on the verge of snapping again. Michi, lost in thought, has a wish ring, also very powerful. Hopefully she'll be responsible with it. Kanaki tries to kill Peggy, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. We will go on again. We will click next round and we will see. Nobody again. But Skyline can't wait to kill again. Murasaki watches the blood off of her combat gear. Peggy finds an X, upping her chance of survival somewhat. Kanaki tries to kill Murasaki, but the combat gear diverts the blow. And Michi tries to make a wish, but the wrist ring immediately starts emitting rancid smoke. Goodness gracious, will proceed once again, and now we see somebody is out of here. Peggy. Ready to use that axe if she has to. Kanaki is being a powerhouse with that Hydro Vision, chased by Skyland, uses the Hydro to wet the surface behind him, causing Skyland to slip and break his neck. That is some super high school level ultimate bad luck. Murasaki wanted to build a machine that makes Yakiniku, and Michi accidentally lets go of the balloon. Michi is incredibly sad. We lost one more. It is your final 4. It is Kanaki for earning the first ever block, maybe, because it could have happened already. I'm just recording these out of order. Murasaki, former champion, could be Tag Team Agent of Chaos. Michi, a long-standing competitor. I don't know who it's going to be, but I can say with certainty it could also be Peggy, the captain. For everybody, but first of all, for Tragic Tale and Skyland, it's a Claire de Lune. Terrible turnabout, in fact, 4. Skyland. Murasaki, Michi, and Peggy all fight to become Agents of Chaos. Kanaki's fighting for the champions to have a block perk in tag team action this season. Could it be? Could it be Kanaki's time to win another game? I'm not entirely certain, but I can say it's still technically a crisis of fate. So let's go on and let's see if Kanaki can come out on top, if Murasaki will send anybody to the despair dimension, if Michi can recover from letting go of that balloon, or if Peggy will axe her way to victory. We'll click next round and we will see. Ooh. Murasaki slices her scythe, opening a dimension to the despair dimension, Sparta style, kicking Peggy into it. Kanaki's got pancakes that ought to last for the whole game. Peggy avoids dark trees whose branches reach out to grab her, and Michi sobs quietly. Technically, nobody's dead. Peggy could somehow find a way out, but for all intents and purposes, it is Michi, Kanaki, and Murasaki. As we click next round, we see Peggy still trying not to get grabbed by these branches. Kanaki wonders who would choose waffles over the glory that is pancakes. You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. Crazy people. Murasaki can't help but admire her own genius mind, and then Michi's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Will go again, and we see it as a battle between Kanaki and Murasaki. At this point in time, should Peggy not escape, Murasaki will definitely win the Agent of Chaos title for herself and for Eric. Kanaki only has one goal: to come out on top to earn a block on Murasaki. Creating a little bit of a rivalry there. That's why I kind of like the final two. That's kind of why I like the final two. If the champion could potentially earn that, or if the champion will be instilled with fear after seeing the new Agents of Chaos standing over them victorious. Kanaki tosses the pancake like a frisbee. Michi is sliced. It's not a beautiful sight, but I can tell you it's your final two. Technically three if Peggy somehow gets out of the despair dimension, but for right now it's a terrible turnabout for Michi. It is Agent of Chaos versus the Block. Two competitors, one in the despair dimension as well. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what will unfold. But I can ask you one question, and that question is, who will it be? Kanaki? Murasaki? Former champion of champions, Murasaki. Could she earn another accolade and become the first ever tag team? Well, at this juncture, she should become the first ever tag team Agent of Chaos along with Eric Catch 'em all. If Peggy somehow finds her way out and Murasaki perishes, Open Seas would earn that title. However, that means nothing to Kanaki because Kanaki just wants to ensure that the champions have a little bit of justification this season. The champions want the potential to block. There's only one way for the OC Tag Team Champions to get that, and that is for Kanaki to win it all. Kanaki. Murasaki. Murasaki. Kanaki. At this juncture, the scene is set for Catch 'em all to be after those titles. However, should Kanaki win, the champions will have the opportunity to block. And should Peggy find her way out, Open Seas is in that conversation as well. But for right now, it's Kanaki, it's Murasaki, and it's the Block. Kanaki beats Murasaki within an inch of her life with a single pancake, then uses another one to finish the job as Peggy feels her energy slowly being drained. The tag team champions, the first ever OC tag team champions, are dangerous. They are dangerous. They are dangerous to a fault. And now they have earned the scorn of the first ever tag team Agents of Chaos. But now they have a block. There is the potential for a block. At this juncture of me recording, the only team to have ever earned the block, because the odds of that happening are always very low, it is time to scroll down. I won't even play a terrible turnabout, because it's not that terrible for Murasaki. I will say with certainty, first of all, that your winner, representing the tag team champions and earning the first ever, or second or third ever, you know, I really don't know because these are recorded out of order. Kanaki somehow comes out on top for Ashi and for Set the Stage again. And they've earned the right for OC Tag Team Championship action to force a block. But that has only intensified the scorn of your first ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. Catch 'em All wasn't just a name befitting a gaming team loving Pokemon, no. It was a name befitting a former champion who claims singles gold and wants to catch tag team gold. Catch 'em All wants to catch all of the gold. Catch 'em All wants to catch Set the Stage. Catch 'em All are your winners and first ever OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. Murasaki, Eric. Catch 'em all. And that is the tale of our double header tag team action OC champions. They earn the block. They have the 50-50 shot to stop chaos in its tracks. Will that work? I don't know. But they only have one opportunity to do it. That is the unfortunate truth. That's interesting. I didn't think it was gonna pop, but here it is. Kanaki was able to do it for Set the Stage, and we'll see how that plays out when OC action comes through later this season. And don't forget, you can enter right here, right now, your OCs into OC action. Those submissions are open down below in the description. I've already said it in the last part of this, or the first part of this doubleheader. I'm gonna say it again right now. However, Yui, for a second I was like, oh, Yui's gonna take out every team one by one, but was stopped by, I believe, Barth. Kanaki with 6 KOs as well. Had a fantastic game. Nico with 3, Matthew with 3, Skyland with 2, Fifi, Ari, Barth, Amber, all with 2, everyone else with 1 or less. That's the story. Kanaki was the story. However, Catch 'em All will be targeting those titles all season. Catch 'em All will be looking to make a name for themselves. Catch 'em All will be looking to hold the titles up and go on as champions. Can Catch 'em All do it? No, I'm not entirely certain. But I think the opportunity is there, and they will make the most of it, and they will try to catch the champs off guard. And for the most part, and for, you know, they might not even keep it. They might just walk into they might walk into the tag team premiere and win. They might walk out as tag team champions. That's a possibility. Although right now, Set the Stage seems unstoppable. I'm not certain what's gonna happen, but I will say, I'm excited for OC action this season. And in addition to Set the Stage, Helping Hand, Rap God, Mind Games, Amped Up, and Manga section, we now have Catch 'em All, The Elite Idolist, Open Seas, Tragic Tale, Chaotic Croissant Duo, and Figurine Fashion, all going on to that Season 11 premiere that is set in stone. In fact, all of these premieres are set in stone. I guess next week will probably be another doubleheader. Yeah, next week will be a doubleheader where we will see the singles OC Championship and the OC Tag Team Championships. Both defended next Sunday, a week from right here, right now. Who will come out on top as champion? I have no idea. But what I do know is that this is going to be a show of shows. This Thursday, well, I guess this Friday is tag team action. This Thursday at probably 5 o'clock again is regular action. I am excited to see what happens. Champion of Champions title, tag team titles, OC champion title, OC tag team championship title. We're setting the stage. We are going on season 11, and it will be absolutely glorious. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith Toon Link Dave Anomaly, the Anomaly car. See you soon when I put this jacket on and those titles are all on the line as we start season 11 with a bang. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.